You know, the Post did a profile on Devon Henry, the black man whose construction company, and we saw him in the intro video. There he is, in his hard hat. His construction company removed the remaining Confederate statues when white contractors refused. Talk to me about meeting Devon and the pushback of white constituents on the removal of the so-called war memorials.
Yes. So Devon Henry, a friend of mine, I tell the story and he tells the same story that I didn't know he was going to actually be involved in the removal. I asked for my team, my administration, to go out and seek contracts and bids for those who would be willing to actually remove these monuments. And in the summer of 2020, we got rejected all across the board, whether in Central Virginia, in Virginia at large. There were contractors who told and who said that their parents would write them, their grandparents would write them out of their will if they would ever take a contract to remove any of these Confederate memorials. And so when we finally found a contractor, thankfully, because he was already involved and engaged across the street at the Commonwealth of Virginia to remove the monuments, I knew that first, this took a lot of bravery. It took a lot of courage because I knew that threats to his life, threats to his livelihood were all coming. And sure enough, he was brave enough to step up and do it. And here's the thing. It was John Mitchell Jr., who was the editor, the publisher of the Richmond Planet 2 generations ago, who stated that the black man was there to erect the Robert E. Lee and other Confederate memorials, and it would be the black man that would remove it. And sure enough, Devon Henry, in partnership with the city, we were able to get that removed despite the threats, despite those who chose to and tried to intimidate us. You know, Jonathan, I received phone calls. I know Devon received phone calls of people not just here in the Richmond area, but all across the Commonwealth of Virginia, all across this country, who their intention was to intimidate us. Said that they would come to my home and burn a cross. Said that I was a monkey and would call me names, every name under the sun, except a child of God. That's the sort of pressure and harassment and intimidation that not only Devon received, but me and my entire team here at City Hall. But at the end of the day, we got the job done, and it was well worth it.